What is going on, everyone? Happy wait, today's Tuesday. I was gonna say happy Wednesday. I'm like a day above. I'm a day ahead. Happy Tuesday. Today is December 12th, and I want to go ahead and say thank you for tuning in to today's live stream. Go ahead and smash that. I don't know why my nose is getting all itchy. Go ahead and smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. I really do appreciate for all of you that are tuning in, that are actually brand new onto the stream as well. I really do appreciate that a lot. The channel has been growing like freaking crazy, and I do want to go ahead and say, I believe we might be entering back into this bullish run. I do want to mention one of the big news that we actually have tomorrow is the FOMC meeting. We actually had CPI data come in today. I haven't really looked at it. I tried looking at it, but I couldn't find anything. So we'll go ahead and probably look at that together. How's it going, Happy? Hope you're having a good day today. And as I was saying, FOMC meeting is tomorrow, so we're going to go ahead and see how the market reacts. I mean, last time the FOMC meeting actually happened, we actually saw the market actually, pump. We actually saw crypto pumping. We saw everything. The DXY dumped by a lot, and then we had a full-on reversal, which is exactly what I'm going to go ahead and talk about today and show you. And I wanted to go ahead and put in a little bit more bearish news, but I was like, you know what, maybe if we put in bull market is back, there could be a possibility we could be entering, altcoin season / meme coin season with what is going on. But I'm also seeing some sort of reversal with Bitcoin. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what I expect moving forward, what I think is going to happen tomorrow with the FOMC meeting. Really freaking boring meeting we're going to go ahead and watch. I do expect that tomorrow. And as soon as we do go ahead and get some more information throughout the day, I will go ahead and be live streaming tonight again, maybe a morning for a lot of you. So do expect streams twice a day now moving forward. That's going to be the goal. And it's going to be a little bit hectic with this whole entire holiday season, but I am going to go ahead and do the best. And then I know for sure I'm committing 100% starting the new year, which is the reason why I'm very excited to go ahead and be releasing anywhere between 3 to 4 videos a day. So definitely be expecting a lot more content. And the goal is to go ahead and do 2 to 3 videos 7 days a freaking week. I could for sure tell you we're going to do 5 days a week, 2 to 3 videos, and the weekends is going to be something I'm definitely going to be pushing for if we get additional information. So I'm really crossing my fingers we do have some sort of bull run in order for me to continue to push out information and content that way, so it won't be too freaking boring, right? So if that is something that you're definitely looking forward to, more content from me, if 3 to 4 videos sounds like someone you want to go ahead and watch, go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me and turn on post notifications. We are going freaking crazy this new year. So I'm definitely excited to go ahead and start the new year. Bull run, new money, more money, bigger everything, bigger, better everything, bigger dreams, bigger goals. So I'm definitely looking forward to the new year. I'm really excited. This year has been pretty freaking, so far amazing for me. I'm not going to lie. It's been a crazy freaking year. 2023 has been freaking crazy, but really life-changing, I'll tell you that. And I wouldn't be able to do any of the things that I'm doing now without any of your help. So I really do appreciate all of you showing love and support. So let's go ahead and get started with this whole entire bull market that I believe we're in. How's it going, Dwayne? Happy, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one today. Dwayne says, hey, John, hope you're doing well. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well as well. Cody, long time no see, man. Cody Garcia, I believe I've seen you before in the stream. If not, welcome. Hello. I hope you're having a good one today. Swole, hope you're having a good one today as well. Dwayne, CPI data fell by 3.1%. So that actually looks pretty good. That's actually good data. Goaty Crypto, hey, John, your hair looks good. I appreciate you, Goaty Crypto. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Had to change up the style a little bit, right? So we're back a little bit to the gray. I got a new haircut. The thing is that my stylist has been super freaking busy. I've been trying to get a haircut since October, I believe. So before I went to Arizona, I tried getting a haircut and my stylist was fully freaking packed. So she's been really busy with this whole entire holiday season. So I'm actually glad I was able to finally catch her. She literally squeezed in some time for me the last couple of days ago. I had to call her and I was like, hey, can you do me a huge favor? Like, I need a freaking haircut. And she was able to come through. So I really do appreciate that a lot. So as always, if you want to go ahead and support me, I do want to go ahead and say thank you all. I am fully monetized now. We're still in the application process, getting all that done with YouTube. But in the meantime, I know a lot of you have been asking for tip jars. Currently right now, we're still waiting for the super chat to go ahead and be enabled as soon as we go ahead and get that application process through. But one of the best ways you can go ahead and help me completely for free, that doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't, It doesn't require donating any money. It's just by smashing the like button, subscribing, sharing my content, and most importantly, using my MEXC link down below. That definitely does help support the channel a lot. And that's one of the best ways you could go ahead and help me out right now in the meantime while we're done with that whole entire application process with YouTube. So I'm really excited for that. And as I mentioned, that's one of the best ways you can go ahead and help me out for free. No KYC, and literally takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. So if you already have an account, go ahead and create another one, right? Or show your friends and families, get them up and rolling onto an exchange. It's really simple to go ahead and create an account. And also, before we get started with this bull run, right, you don't want to go ahead and be creating an account when the bull run's in action. It's going to be very, very difficult when it comes to these other exchanges that require a lot of KYC. So I would recommend diversify with your exchanges, whether it's Coinbase, Crypto.com, Bybit, Binance. Try to diversify with all exchanges that you can. It's always good to have multiple options when it comes to being in an exchange when there's a bull run going, right? You don't want to be in a bull run having issues with, let's say for example, your Coinbase account, and your Coinbase account is the only account you have, and now you can't move crypto, right? You're missing out on money. So I always recommend everybody, whether it's an exchange that I promote or not, have multiple exchanges. If you have, I have, I think over 3 or 4 exchanges, maybe 5, I don't know, something like that, where my money's spread out if I have to go ahead and buy in to go ahead and transfer money, right, or exit, or whatever the case is. So I recommend a lot of you to go ahead and do the same. And as I mentioned, support the channel by using my link down below. But crypto bubbles right now looks like a lot, the market's kind of slightly picking up. You know, altcoins are actually doing its thing. Autumn up 18%, Beam 12%, APT 16%. So we're seeing a lot of freaking projects pumping. I know one of you were actually talking about MEXC. I can't remember who it was, whether it was Glenn or Dabmaster, but this thing's up 9.6%. This is actually one of the alphas that we were talking about. So looks like the market's slightly picking up. My biggest question is, what is going to go on tomorrow, right? So let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about what I'm looking at the market and what we could be expecting tomorrow with the FOMC meeting, and what we actually saw prior to the last FOMC meeting that we actually had. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that. Then we'll go ahead and start talking about the projects, and then also go ahead and feel free to literally drop a smart contract of any project that you want me to go ahead and review, do TA about, or just you just want to chill it right on the stream. Glenn, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one today, bro. So let's go ahead and start off with the DXY, right? So with the DXY, what we saw last FOMC meeting, we actually saw the DXY freaking dumping. Like, we literally saw the DXY dumping, and then it had this massive massive reversal where it found this bottom back at the 99. Crypto was actually pumping around this time. It was around what was it, July? I remember this. It was somewhere right here. I think it was around July where the last FOMC meeting that we had, if I'm not mistaken. And then we had some massive reversal coming in right here where the DXY found the bottom at the 99, actually started trending back up, right? And that's actually where the I guess the mini bull run kind of stopped, right? This is around the time where like Pepe 2.0, refund tokens, a lot of the meme tokens were actually pumping during this time right here. As soon as the DXY began to go ahead and pump back up, that's when we kind of entered a mini bear market again. You know, from July to August, that's really where it started. From August, as you see right here, this is where the DXY began to reverse back up from finding the bottom at 99. We then saw, you know, the crypto market literally take a hit where a lot of people were extreme bearish, and this was around the time towards July, towards the end of July and entering into August. That's when we started to see a really huge bear market, and that's because the DXY was going up, right? Eventually towards September and October was actually September was one of the freaking worst months for me on YouTube. Literally, like, got the lowest views, got the lowest likes, got the lowest everything. Not only that, I was freaking sick with the virus for like a whole entire month. And I was only able to do live streams, right? And it was just freaking terrible. The whole entire market was super bearish. You know, it was like probably the worst month that I had on crypto. And I actually started my channel around May, I believe, or June. I started around June or July, like towards mid June, July, and June and July were freaking amazing times for the channel. My worst month was September, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because for us content creators, when there's a bear market or when there's a shift in the market, we're able to analyze that through our analytics, right? That's how we're able to understand whether retail traders are still interested in the crypto market or not, right? If you have a channel in crypto, you're going to be able to go ahead and see and have access to that kind of data. And usually when retail is fearful or is no longer interested in the market, you start to see a decline in channels, right? So for me, September was my freaking worst month ever. Around this time right here, August was slightly kind of like trending down. And then September just freaking tanked. Like I had a little bit of subscribers, barely any subscribers I gained on September. And as you can see, this is because the DXY was going up, right? Well, John, what does that mean? Well, that means that the market was taking a hit. People were extremely bearish. It just seems like when people are extremely bearish, they don't want to know anything about crypto. They're scared about crypto. They don't want to hear crypto. They probably lost a lot of money. They're like, this is a scam, and they're kind of over it, right? So a lot of people don't like to go ahead, for whatever reason, educate themselves when there's some sort of bear market, right? And I actually saw a trend in my channel after September. Starting October was actually when we began to see a reversal in the channel, right? And when I started seeing those views picked up, I'm like, okay, there's an interest in the market. We started to see a lot of the meme tokens take off. We had Ethereum, we had Mona Lisa tokens, we had a lot of these mini rug tokens that were popular at the time that I'm sure a lot of you probably already forgot. But that was when Ethereum was pumping around this time right here, right? And this was actually around October and November. And what was going on with the DXY? Well, around this time, not only did I see an increase in my channel, which gave me more information that the market was feeling a little bit more bullish, but we also had a lot of meme tokens taking off, right? We had this Ethereum, we had some sort of a mini meme coin season running up, and we saw a huge increase in the channel. And this is actually when the DXY was literally consolidating here for this period. I began to go ahead and double down and quadruple down on a lot of my positions around towards October and towards October, early November. Actually, it was October. Early October was when I started doubling down on a lot of my positions. November was when I'm like, okay, I'm all in. Why? Because I knew that the DXY was going to go ahead and get rejected right here. And that's exactly all I was waiting for. As you see, November 6th was when the DXY began to go ahead and lose the support. And ever since from November 10th, all the way down to literally the whole entire month of November 29th, we saw a decline on the DXY, right? Which a lot of you were actually expecting, right? We talked about this. So the reason why I'm showing you this right here is because the DXY is really helpful when we're in this kind of market sentiment, right? One of the biggest things right now that we are looking at with the whole entire market is that we are entering this sort of area of resistance at the 104. And I mentioned that we did need to go ahead and see some sort of reversal on the DXY in order for this whole entire market to continue to go up. As I mentioned, we can't go on forever, but we are seeing some rejection going on at the 104 on the DXY, right? So it looks like CPI data came out bullish. I'm assuming. So I'm assuming that came out pretty bullish. And right now, what I could go ahead and tell you based on what we're seeing right now on the stock market is that we actually finished green, right? So typically this is solely my opinion, right? Solely my freaking opinion. So just take this really, really lightly. But typically when there's massive news such as, you know, the FOMC meeting tomorrow, we have CPI data come out today, and the stock market actually reacted pretty bullish to it. We're seeing a decline in the DXY. That's kind of a good sign, right? So I was actually kind of bearish yesterday. I was talking about how there could be a possibility that the DXY actually continues to climb back up, touching the 105. Not saying it can't happen. We're going to go ahead and see how the DXY on the daily ends today. But if we do go ahead and break past the 104, which wouldn't surprise me if we do, we will more than likely going to go ahead and get rejected on the 105, right? So what does that mean, John? So that means that there could be a temporary dumpage in the market, right? Buying a dip opportunity. The second scenario, the second bullish scenario, which is actually, this is one of the first scenarios that I actually drew out. The second scenario is whatever the Fed says tomorrow, which I could go ahead and tell you that starting the new year, the Fed's definitely going to go ahead and cut interest rates. They're at the point where they kind of have to in order to go ahead and kind of sustain this market. We also do have a election going on in the US starting next year, 2024. So there's a lot of new things going on, right? We have the election, we have the Bitcoin halving, we have a lot of these corporations now adopting freaking crypto. We have the ETF going on. So there's a lot of bullish scenarios, right? So what I think the Fed's going to have to go ahead and do, they're definitely going to go ahead and cut rates early on in a year. And I also believe that easy money is going to be pumping as well, right? Meaning inflation is going to continue to go up, but I also believe a lot of that money is going to be going back into stocks and crypto, right? Eventually the goal is all that money from stocks to flow into crypto to go ahead and push, Bitcoin past $100,000 and above, right? And that's where a lot of you and I are going to be making money, right? So right now with the DXY, it looks like we are getting rejected at the 104. We have actually, tested this area multiple times. It looks like if you want to go ahead and count it as 3 times. So we're going to go ahead and see if tomorrow we do break through this. If the DXY does break through this, do expect 105 and do expect a hit in the market. Doesn't mean altcoins will dump as well. There could be a temporary just buying the dip, and then there could be, altcoins taking off, right? Because altcoins right now are not doing too bad. AVAX is down slightly, but overall they're not doing too bad. My bullish scenario is if the DXY does get rejected right here at the 103, or sorry, the 104, which already seems like it is getting rejected, we are more than likely going to go ahead and test the 102. And if we do go ahead and lose the support at 102, we're going to go ahead and retest 99, which means the freaking market is going to finish really, really strong of the month of December, right? Starting into the early year. So, I mean, there's only a few weeks of December left anyways. So we're going to, either way, I think there's bullish scenarios, right? I don't think you should be bearish. People are calling for Bitcoin to go ahead and drop to $10,000. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry to tell you. I think if anything, we have more bullish scenarios going in. I do believe that the ETF is going to go ahead and temporarily dump the market. I think it's going to be the buy the rumor, sell the news event, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe the ETF, gets announced and the markets go berserk. I kind of doubt it, but we're going to go ahead and see, right? Just be expected that overall long term in the next, let's say next year and a half, super, super bullish for the market. Like it's our time to shine. A lot of people are calling for Bitcoin, it's over, all of this BS. No, it's not over. There's going to be multiple altcoin seasons, meme coin seasons, and there's going to be multiple runs, right? So if you lost money this last liquidity grab like me, don't worry about it, right? There's going to be plenty of freaking times for us to go ahead and make more money during this market. Obviously, the goal is now that at least the good positive thing out of what we've just been seeing with this manipulation in the market is that we could kind of confirm now that we are in a bull run, right? Ideally for me, breaking a Bitcoin on $45,000 will go ahead and in my opinion, will go ahead and have this market freaking pump like forever. Ideally, I would like to see Bitcoin dump back down to $37,000 or $38,000. I think this would be a pretty good area of support. If not 38, we could be expecting 35, and I think even at these zones it'll still be pretty bullish, but I do believe we are overextended in the market overall, whether that's a stock market, whether it's crypto, whether it's Bitcoin. We are super extended, so do expect a lot of volatility with the markets moving forward. And I just want to go ahead and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I want to see the market start entering into this neutral and fear zone, because that's going to be the best time for you and I to start entering long positions with leverage. But till then, I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to spot, and then I'm going to be doing at the most probably 3 to 5x on a lot of these positions before we start entering the fear territory, where when we start entering the fear is when you want to start using the 20x leverage and longing your positions for 3 months and above, right? So let's go ahead and read chat right now. Let me go ahead and accept all the contracts that we are talking about. So let's see. Goldie Crypto says ALTCOIN. Can you go ahead and provide the smart contract for that? Hey, Dab Master, how's it going? Hope you're having a good one today, bro. Dab Master just showed us a smart contract. We're going to go check that. Rats, Ordinal, I heard about that one. Ryan, how's it going, Ryan? Hope you're having a good one, bro. MMG Alpha Cobb, Beta Mini Games now developing games in Roblox with 4 Roblox developers. That's freaking huge. You know how we've been talking about the metaverse. So my biggest things moving forward is the metaverse, AI, Solana meme tokens, and AVAX. It seems like that's where the hype is at moving forward. So you are going to definitely see a lot of changes into the channel starting this new year in the next couple weeks as well. We will be uploading a little bit more about Solana meme tokens. I think that's going to be where the money's going to be at. Jonathan, how's it going, bro? Long time no see. Yo, finally I can watch live again. It's so slow in Indonesia. How's it been, bro? How you been enjoying Indonesia, by the way? Hope you're having a good vacation. Black Ranger, check this one out, bro. All right, for sure. Glenn says, bro, I bought Kuji, Osmo, and Autumn on Sunday. Safe to say I'm happy boy today. Nice, bro. Congrats. Did you long any of those positions with leverage, by the way? Glenn says, basically, if you see crypto bubbles, 100 to 500 of the big green bubbles is my portfolio. That Bitcoin dub had no effect on me. That's nice, bro. That's really good. Congratulations. That's why diversifying is always a good idea. And, usually going all in, it's not. All right, let's go ahead and look at the alpha that Dabmaster just gave us. Dabmaster is always giving, honestly, all of you are always giving freaking alpha. Dabmaster, the smart contract is not coming out. How can I find it? Did I put it incorrectly? Yeah, I did. Okay, rats ordinal. So I guess you can't find it on Dex tools, which is interesting. How do I buy this kind of token then? Rats ordinals. I'm assuming this is running on BRC20, right? KuCoin, Gate.io. It's on all the exchanges. LBank. The only exchange they're not in is freaking what is it called? Freaking MEXC. Surprisingly, MEXC has to catch up on this. Do they have a website or anything? They don't. Interesting. I mean, there's not really much research I could do on this, but man, look at this right here. See how the charts are looking. Has pumped a lot. Doesn't really say much information though. I mean, if this is running on BRC20, we could go ahead and say safely that, with the Bitcoin supply, with the halving, I'm sure this is probably going to have some sort of effect with it too as well, right? Let's go ahead and look at the smart contract with Black Ranger. Shout out to Black Ranger. Collab coming soon with him. We need to get a collab with Crypto Andrew too. A lot of collabs are coming in this season, by the way. Okay, Grok Elon. We're going to go ahead and check out Grok Elon, man. You can't make this thing up. You really can't. Let's go ahead and see. Yeah, MEXC needs rats, man. MEXC needs it. How do you buy these just directly onto the exchanges? Is there any way to use a Bitcoin swap? Glenn says, Ospa, I have been chilling on MEXC leverage. I have $100 in leverage, made 70 on BTC dump and put it back in. Nice. Goldie Crypto says Octon AI is on MEXC. All right, let's go ahead and check that out. We're gonna go ahead and save this one. I've been hearing a lot of you telling me about BRC20 token, so I'm gonna be doing some more content on that. Kind of have to, right? Octon. Let's see. Octon AI. Am I spelling it wrong? OTACON. All right, let's try to look at the charts. Let's see if we could find it on the charts. What's the ticker symbol, Goldie? Okay, I found it. I would like to see the website though on this. This would be pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and check this one out as well. So let's go ahead and have these charts ready. Let's read some quick questions right now. Moon Joker, how's it going, my guy? Hope you're having a good one today, bro. Moon Joker, John, when can we expect an altcoin season? I think we should be expecting that very soon. I mean, one of the biggest things is that we need Bitcoin dominance to go ahead and drop down. And then we could go ahead and start expecting a lot of these altcoins pumping up. I believe early New Year. So I'm expecting altcoin season begin 2024, the whole entire Q1. So January, February, March, and April. And then after April, we're gonna go ahead and have May, June, July, where we're gonna have meme coin season for about 3 months. And then August slightly, and then we're gonna go ahead and have the market kind of take a dip one more time, and then we're gonna go ahead and have October, November, October and November possibly being where Bitcoin runs up again, and we could be seeing Bitcoin, approaching the levels of $100,000 and above. I think, in my opinion, I think 2024 we should be able to hit $80,000 on Bitcoin. That's just solely my opinion, but I've noticed this is kind of a cycle. What I've noticed these last 3 years, typically what happens, right? We typically have altcoin season in the beginning of the year until April. April is usually the last time. Market kind of dumps, takes a hit, and then we start having all the meme tokens start to be created out of thin air. A lot of people have risk on heavily. Bitcoin begins to tank, it dumps, and then we have that whole entire retracement, as I mentioned, leading on to the beginning of fall, where we're gonna have Bitcoin come back up towards November. I think this time we just had the bull run start a little late because we should have already started the bull run season since September. Actually, we should have started the bull run since September, and we actually started late October, is where we actually started the bull run. So bull run. I would say the bull run, in my opinion. I would confirm that we're actually in this bull run once we hit $45,000 Bitcoin. But as I mentioned, expect altcoins to go ahead and run up first. Then we're going to go ahead and be followed with a lot of meme tokens. And then we're going to go ahead and have a little break in the market. Then we have Bitcoin's turn, and it's going to be this cycle where we go on. I think we should be having this cycle for 2 years. I think so. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think we should be having it. We should have the cycle run until 2025. And then 2025 is going to be the last shift until the market dumps again. And then by then, the market's probably going to be freaking hectic. That's solely my opinion, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at, Grok Elon. Glenn says, when Bitcoin trends sideways at moon. Yeah, 100%. Dad Master says, any BRC20 wallet, I think Trust Wallet is compatible. Okay, I didn't know that. Nice. I feel like BTC could hit $38,000 or $39,000 flash dip. I would hope so, man. I think we need a dump, dude. We need a freaking dump. Like I've been saying this, we need a freaking dump. Even the flash crash that we had on Sunday, I don't think it was enough. Like, yeah, we liquidated over 300 million, but realistically, a lot of these projects didn't do what, they barely fell, on their support, but they did actually lose slightly their support, right? So I guess that was the 30% crash that I was talking about. Remember, we talked about back in November, saying that we need a 30% crash on a lot of these altcoins and meme tokens in order for us to continue to be back on this bull run. And, Pepe 2.0 actually had about a 40% crash. Then it pumped back up, bought the dip, and then pump back up to 50 something percent, which is freaking insane. So let's go ahead and take a look at Grok Elon. Go ahead and continue to show me more projects. Currently sitting in a total market cap of $277,000, $133,000 of liquidity, looking really, really juicy. Holder count 1.92K, $235,000 of 24-hour volume. So this is a Grok inspired token, is from what I'm understanding. It looks like a lot of these BNB tokens have been doing their thing, right? I haven't been in BNB tokens in forever. The ultimate combo of Grok AI and Elon Dog to unlock the biggest meme community on Binance Smart Chain. So that's pretty cool, I mean, people are always going to be loving the freaking dog coins for whatever reason. We saw that with Bonk. Surprisingly, it is running on the Solana network or Solana blockchain, and people are still loving the dog coin. So I thought the dog coins were over, but it seems like people just love dogs more, and it kind of makes sense, right? Everybody has a pet dog. I have a pet dog, and I love my dog. And how many people could really say they have freaking frogs, right? I'm sure some of you have frogs and probably have a love for frogs too, but it's nothing compared to dogs, and it kind of makes sense why the dog narrative is still alive, right? I would have thought that the dog narrative would have already been over ages ago. I thought the dog narrative would have changed this bull run, but it seems like we're still going back to the freaking the dog narrative, right? So we could go ahead and say safely that a lot of these dog inspired tokens are going to be the move, and we can see it clearly, right? I mean, look at this. Bonk is doing pretty good. Dog, literally a token called Dog, is doing really good, and it's surpassing a lot of these other projects compared to the regular Grok or the Pepes. It's like the Pepes are just not cool anymore. It's like it was just the one thing, and that's it. So we can say safely that, look, SS ship, on Solana. this thing pumped up a lot too, and I'm sure this dip's gonna get eaten as well, right? So we can go ahead and say safely that people just love the freaking dog tokens. Right now, it does look like Grok Elon is currently at this area of support right now, consolidating at the 16. It does look like some sort of breakout, in my opinion. I would say this might be some sort of bull flag pattern. So we will be seeing some sort of freaking pump coming soon. Not financial advice. I'm not invested in this token, by the way. This is my first time looking at this, but I do believe we could be seeing about a, it doesn't even tell us, but I could go ahead and tell you it's probably going to be like 100 to 200% pump breakout coming very soon. Maybe by the end of this week, we should be seeing a massive pump on this if it continues to consolidate here. It looks like on the daily, we are seeing some sort of support. So as long as we continue to hold this area of support, we will be having some sort of bounce. And we will be seeing this token make new all-time highs. So we could be seeing some sort of reversal go up this way like that on the daily. So as long as we continue to hold this area of support, right? Once we lose it, obviously it's going to be very bearish. But, you know, volume's looking pretty good. Holder count's not too bad. It's actually still fairly brand new. Market cap's looking pretty freaking solid, and so is the liquidity. So there's a lot of money to still be made. Typically, you know, tokens like this, we know usually jump above 1 million market cap, and this, for example, let's say if it does run to a 1 million market cap, you're looking at a freaking easy 8x of your investment. So enter at your own risk. As I always mention, this is a high risk, high reward. This token is called Grok Elon. It is on the stream. Black Ranger actually shared that. So if you're looking and you're feeling a little bit more degenerate, throw a couple of dollars in here, right? Not financial advice, but you do have to go ahead and keep in mind, we do have a buy and sell tax of 5%. So in order for you not to get wrecked too much, make sure that you break profits above, you know, 10% pump. So only thing you got to watch out, contract is renounced though, by the way. It's been a while since I've seen these buy and sell taxes, man. It's been a while. We've always been used to, you know, seeing zero buy and sell. And I'm sure, you know, towards the bull run, a lot of these developers are going to start getting greedy, and hopefully they keep it at 5%. You know what I mean? I think 5% would be good, but we'll see where things go. So that's it with Grok Elon. Let's go ahead and take a look at Octon AI on MEXC. We're going to go ahead and do some quick TA on this. I wish I had a website with what they had to develop. If it's an actual, let's see if we could go ahead and find more information about this token. All right, let's go ahead and read some comments real quick. Black Ranger says, be ready to start shorting baby Grok soon, bro. I'm waiting on 50 million. Why? What's going on with baby Grok? Is baby Grok dumping? Oh my gosh, dude. 30 freaking million on baby Grok? That's freaking insane, bro. Congrats, man, by the way. Yeah, see, a lot of you have been freaking banking a boatload of freaking money. I see this time I wasn't too exposed to a lot of these new meme tokens. The only tokens I was trading, I was mostly trading a lot of these memes on leverage. And I think right now, once I get back into the market, I'm going to start exposing myself a little bit more into these more degenerate plays when it comes to meme tokens. I never thought baby Grok was going to do, like, I had an idea, but I never thought it was going to hit 30 million. I mean, literally Black Ranger was talking about baby Grok at, what market cap, dude? It had to be under 100,000 if I'm not mistaken. I remember he was telling us under 100,000, and a lot of us were like, usually, you know, baby tokens don't do that well. And this thing took off. So congratulations, man. Congratulations. I missed out on another freaking token, another hidden gem, right? 49,000 freaking holders, man. I'm telling you, the thing is with a lot of these tokens that are not running on Solana, I mean, running on Ethereum, are usually going to typically, you know, grow a lot quicker because the barrier to entry is a lot lower, right? People could go ahead and have $19, $20, $50 and still make a boatload of money, as opposed to people on ETH. Right now, I don't know how bad the gas fees are, but last time I checked, I remember I was doing a transaction and I was trying to exchange some dust ETH that I had in there with another meme token that didn't really do much, and I was trying to exchange like 10, 20 bucks, and literally the fees would have been like more than what I was getting back. You know what I mean? So now we are seeing that because we are in this kind of bullish momentum in the market, more people are going to be moving into the Binance token, Solana, AVAX. I don't know how AVAX fees are. I'm assuming they're all lower than Ethereum, and everybody's going to be moving to every freaking token and Ethereum, right? Ethereum's still going to be there, but Ethereum has a higher level of barrier entry, in my opinion, right? It's like mostly the people that have a lot of freaking money are going to be the ones trading Ethereum. The people that are kind of like decent on money, or you know, whatever the case is, they're going to go ahead and be trading onto the Binance Smart Chain and the Solana tokens. That's why they're going to be, that's why they're pumping a lot more, if you've noticed. That's why these have higher market caps compared to the Ethereum tokens, because of the fact that the barrier to entry is a lot lower, right? A lot more people from different countries could get in with $10-$20 and make hundreds of thousands of dollars and literally change their lives with the currency that they have over there, right? Because in some places, you know, $30 could be a lot of money, you know, $20 could be a lot, and then in other countries, you know, $20 is nothing, right? So, but that's what I like about Binance tokens and Solana, is that their gas fees are very, very low. Their fees are low, so more people globally are going to go ahead and transact with it and be able to buy in a little bit more, right? Because look at this person, you know, trading 20 bucks. This person buying $6, right? You wouldn't be able to do that on ETH anymore, buying a token for $5, $2, $1. Like, you wouldn't be able to do that on ETH, right? Without getting freaking wrecked on MEV bots and then paying so much on fees. So that's definitely something we have to consider for this bull run, is we have to go ahead and start shifting our focus into Binance tokens again. I didn't feel too comfortable these last couple months because honestly, usually a lot of the Binance tokens are mostly scams, right? Because of the lower barrier to entry, a lot of these scammers get into these tokens and create them because it's really, really cheap to go ahead and create a token on the Binance blockchain as opposed to ETH, right? So what we could go ahead and say safely right now is that we are seeing a lot of that picking up, that volume picking up. So we should be focusing on a lot of these other tokens besides Ethereum. I think that's where the move is at. I mean, baby Grok at 30 million, dude, Pepe 2 is not even doing that right now anymore, right? So we do have to go ahead and consider that and have that into consideration moving forward. Let's go ahead and read some comments, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about ALTCOIN. I forgot about this one. Let's see. Absolutely. Terry, how's it going, Terry? Hope you're having a good one, bro. BNB Tiger Inu looks like it's about to pop to the upside. Can you go ahead and post a smart contract down below? Terry, that'd be helpful for a lot of us. Let's go ahead and see. Glenn, not sure if you saw my message, but MEXC does have rats, but only in futures 1,000 rats. Oh, awesome, bro. That's freaking cool. No, I haven't checked my DMs on Twitter yet. So I'll definitely go ahead and check that. That's freaking sick. Moon Joker says, will there be an Xmas pump, John? I think we are seeing one right now. Saeed, how's it going, bro? Saeed is coming. Saeed says Pepe 2 is coming. Yeah, 100%. I think Pepe's gonna have some sort of reversal. But let's go ahead and look at this project, ALTCOIN AI. Let's see if we can see their website or something. Do they have a website? No, they don't. They probably have it on MEXC. You can find all this information on MEXC. Okay, yeah, we really can't find it, but let's go ahead. Just because it's AI, you know how bullish I am with AI projects. Let's go ahead and start off with the daily. Okay, it looks like it just got launched. Let's look at the 4 hourly. At the 4 hourly, we could go ahead and say that we do have an area of support so far around here and an area of resistance up right here. Okay. All right, so check this out. So for ALTCOIN AI, as long as it doesn't fall below this 0.03, which is 3 cents, I believe, we should be bullish, and we still should go ahead and continue to go to the upside. It looks like we are going to go ahead and retest this area of resistance right here at the 4943 zone. Ideally, as soon as we break 5.7, we could go ahead and safely confirm that this thing's going to go ahead and go up higher. So definitely do expect some sort of pump coming or breakout coming very, very soon, in my opinion. I don't exactly know what this project is, but because it is AI, you know how bullish I am with AI tokens, and we could be expecting a short-term pump of 100%, which is a 1x and higher. So I really wish I knew what their market cap looks like, but as I mentioned, because it is AI related, this thing's going to be freaking bullish in my opinion. And you know how I feel about the narrative with AI overall. So that's on the 4 hourly. Let's see if we can find anything on the 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart as well, we do see that this zone right here, the 4430, is an area of resistance. Once we break through this area of resistance, we are going to go more than likely retest the 5774. As soon as we break the 5774, we will be reaching new all-time highs. So it's looking pretty good on this token. You could actually go ahead and find this token on spot on MEXC. Hopefully they do leverage trading soon. But if you want to go ahead and support the channel, make sure to use my MEXC link down below. $20,000 in sign-up bonuses, no KYC, and literally takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. And Terry just shared the smart contract with us, so go ahead and we're going to go ahead and check that out right now. I see over 18 watchers currently right now watching. Go ahead and smash that like button right now. Only 14 likes now, 18 of you watching, so that is one of the freaking best ways to support the channel and continue to show more tokens down below if you want me to go ahead and review them, or you just want more people to see your project or your community that you're in, right? We're here to go ahead and look for alpha right now altogether. So Terry just shared a smart contract right now. So let's go ahead and look at this token, BNB Tiger Inu. Sounds very familiar. I think they had a baby BNB, right? I was in a baby BNB, and that thing never that thing was low-key kind of dumping, but it was pumping back in March, I believe. So yeah, what we see right now with baby BNB, and it is on BNB as well, right? You know how we were talking about the lower area, barrier to entry to a lot of people, which is something that a lot of people like. I know for me, last bull run, as soon as the gas fee started becoming $100 to $200 plus, $500 sometimes, $300, that's when I'm like, all right, I had enough of Ethereum. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Binance token. So we are seeing right now a lot of volatility slightly picking up on a lot of the BNB tokens. Right now with baby BNB currently sitting at 3.86 million market cap, $608,000 of liquidity. We do have some liquidity being unlocked in about a month. We actually have 2, so just be very, very careful with that. I wonder how much is going to be unlocked. It tells us right here on Pink Cell. So just definitely be very, very careful. 42,000 holders and only about $13,000 in volume. So we do need to see some increase in volume, but it does seem like we are forming some sort of massive cup and handle pattern right here. So areas for us to go ahead and focus on this in order for us to continue to be bullish. I would like to ideally see it break above this area right here. So let's go ahead and put the price target down below in order for you guys to go ahead and see that entry. Let's go ahead and do that. Give me 1 second. Price level, we have that, and then we have this zone right here. So right now it does look like a massive cup and handle pattern is forming. As I mentioned, when it comes to a lot of these patterns, you have to be very, very careful because a lot of whales also know that there's other people looking at these patterns, and they're going to go ahead and sometimes just manipulate the price action to get everybody wrecked, right? But we are seeing some sort of cup and handle forming. In order for us to go ahead and continue to be bullish, in my opinion, I would like to go ahead and see us hold above this 0.7 to 0.8 zone right here where we're at right now. I can't really see because there's so many freaking zeros, but ideally, if we could go ahead and delete a 0 up to the 13 and break above this, we will be seeing a higher new high coming back up, doing a full-on reversal to its previous all-time high, right? It doesn't mean that previous history is going to repeat itself when it comes to a lot of these charts, but we are seeing a lot of momentum picking up in the market, so we could be expecting some sort of breakout very soon. So that's an alpha right there. I did mention, from the looks of what I looked at, it looks like only $13,000 in volume. So it looks like there is interest slightly picking up. So this could be a token that might be worth risking a few couple $100 or a couple dollars and take advantage of this pump. It doesn't even tell us how many zeros this thing would delete, but I could tell you this thing could probably do like over a 10x in my opinion. I think over a 10x this thing will be able to do. So baby BNB Tiger, something we're going to go ahead and have on our watch list. Thank you for that one. So that one's looking pretty good. I wonder if there's any exchanges. So the way you check if any of these tokens are in any exchanges that you prefer to trade on, always copy the smart contract right here on Dex Tools, head over to CoinMarketCap. I'm already right here on CoinMarketCap, and then head over to search and then type in the smart contract, and then the token's going to come out. And then usually here you could go ahead and get all the information, see what exchanges are in. So they're not in any exchanges yet, so hopefully they could go ahead and get listed on exchanges. They definitely do need volume to pick up in order for them to get listed on exchanges, but we do see right here the information about the token. So that is one of the best ways to go ahead and find out if a token is listed on any exchanges. Glenn says, John, why does the United States not want its people to get free money in the form of airdrops? Because just the U.S. is the U.S. I don't know. The U.S. is a complicated friggin' country on its own. It's just a lot of things that go on behind the scene. Especially right now that we're seeing a lot of things with the U.S. being involved with crypto. They just want to go ahead and get their cake and their action. So they've been delaying a lot of things, wrecking a lot of things purposely. Preventing a lot of people to sign up with certain exchanges, and they're just doing that to go ahead and push regulation. So eventually, the whole entire goal for the U.S. is to go ahead and be in control of a lot of these tokens and a lot of these exchanges, and have an upper leverage. Apparently they said that cryptocurrency is one of the best formats to go ahead and launder and fund freaking illegal activities, from what the US says. But the funniest thing is that it's actually the US currency is one of the biggest currencies that it's used the most when it comes to illegal activity, whether that's terrorism, anything related you could think of, drugs, whatever the case is. The U.S. currency is the dollar is actually being used the most when it comes to transactions. So it's actually quite funny. As I mentioned, it's just the U.S. The U.S. just loves to be involved in everything, right? And with that being said, that's the reason why I also believe that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general is going to be doing really, really good, because right now the US has been waiting these last couple of years to get more involved into crypto, and then to finally release the okay in order for this market to pump. And then that's how Wall Street's going to be making a lot of their money. So the US is just here to go ahead and just take control and try to be the ones in control of the market, because there's definitely a lot of other countries that have already adopted cryptocurrencies. And the U.S. is definitely way, way, way behind, in my opinion. And this is the reason why they do threats and they do all this to go ahead and scare, most retail investors, scare most people, wreck a lot of people in order for them to get, cheaper prices when it comes to a lot of these projects that we talk about, right? So it's just part of the plan. The part of the plan is for them to own everything. The Federal Reserve wants to own everything, and this is the reason why I kind of laugh. I'm like, it's kind of ridiculous how Bitcoin is attached to the U.S. crypto market, or the U.S. stock market. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, why is it that it moves with the U.S. stock market? It moves with the freaking dollar. It's like, dude, we don't want any of that. I don't think anybody wants any association with crypto to be, related to the U.S. At least I don't, right? And I really thought that, cryptocurrencies should go ahead and really be decentralized, right? I think, to me, that's that's really cool about it. But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. We're already seeing the U.S. Hit a lot of these exchanges, a lot of these companies, and threatening a lot of these companies in order to comply, right? So that one vision of being decentralized, it's slowly fading away, right? So that's why our goal in this channel is for us to make a boatload of freaking money. And I know, as I mentioned, all these countries, their whole entire goal is to own everything, especially the U.S. wants to own everything. And that's why the U.S. is involved in everything, wars, everything. It's all a money grab. It's all for money, right? Unfortunately. It's all for money. It's all for freaking money. It's all in order for the U.S. to own everything. So the U.S. is going to be involved in whatever makes them money, right? And if the U.S. makes money off crypto, they're going to freaking do it. We were actually talking about, I think it was Saeed who said, or someone who mentioned that they had to do some KYC on MoonPay. Like, it's freaking ridiculous. And it's a platform being used by Uniswap, right? Uniswap itself as well, the US is against decentralized platforms, pretty much. Like, they don't like the dexes, and it's like, who are they to say what the people could do, right? But this is a whole entire part of the plan. This is the reason why these top US exchanges went down. Voyager, Celsius, all these companies, in my opinion, I think the US purposely let them fail in order to get a lot of people wrecked, in order for the people in the US, the Americans, are like, yeah, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe being in a decentralized market is not the best thing. How about you take care of it? We don't care what we have to go ahead and comply with. We'll comply with you as long as our money is safe, right? And I think that's what the whole entire plan of the US was. It purposely wrecked a lot of these crypto exchanges in order for the American people, and a lot of people say, you know what, maybe we should need regulation. Maybe we should be compliant, because I don't want to ever lose my money ever again, right? And that's where they kind of get everybody. That they're like, oh, you want freedom? We'll give you freedom. Wreck everybody, and then people are crying. And then people are like, oh, no, you should go ahead and do something about it. And now the U.S. is like, whoa, you wanted a decentralized market, right? Well, what happened to that? You wanted freedom. You wanted to be on your own. And then people start complaining. They start crying. And they're like, oh, they should lock them up. They should do this. And then that's when the U.S. steps in, looking like the big hero. And everybody's applauding for this. And then next thing you know, a lot of these exchanges and platforms are going to require freaking KYC. And they're going to be so centralized to a full-on extent, just like the stock market. And that's where the big players and Wall Street's going to come in and control the market. So that's why I'm not bullish on the spot. Yes, it's going to bring in more money, but that also means they're going to control and manipulate the market more. So they're literally just brainwashing everybody at this point. they're literally making you believe that regulation is something that's needed. And someone told me once, they're like, you can't have everything in life, right? You either choose safety or you either choose freedom. It's either or. You can't have both. You have to give up one or the other, right? With crypto, you want to be fully decentralized. Well, you're going to have to deal with getting hacked. You're going to deal with getting exploited. You're going to deal with getting scammed. You're going to deal with hackers. You're going to deal with all that, right? That's being fully decentralized. That's like living in a world with no rules, right? Well, you want rules? Well, you're going to have to comply with what we tell you. That's how we're going to be able to protect you, right? So you can't have both things. It's like if you want to go ahead and have complete freedom, you're going to have to deal with the chaos. And if you can't deal with the chaos, you're going to have somebody step in order to go ahead and navigate and really control the market. And that's where crypto is going. It's going all together. People complain too much. People cried. I mean, I guess it sucks. I mean, I lost a lot of money with a lot of scam tokens, a lot of these things, but I knew what I was getting into, right? But a lot of people literally put in their freaking whole life savings, bro, and lost everything and complained. And that's why the U.S. stepped in to be seen as the hero, as usual. Something very, very common that always happens. Glenn says, did you see the Trump NFT cards? Yeah, dude, I've actually bought some Trump NFT cards last season. They actually came out last year as well, back in December. Made a couple $100s, I flipped them. I got them for like $100 and I sold them for like $800. So yeah, the Trump NFTs were actually pretty cool. Saeed says, brah, today another bank told me I'm not allowed to buy crypto. I bought 4 days ago and my card was locked, so they sent me an email to call them. So this month is going crazy. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100 freaking percent. I have banks that I deal with that I can't buy crypto. Literally, I can't. Bank of America is one that I had, one of the biggest problems with recently, a couple months ago. Back in, I think it was back in October, September, I couldn't buy crypto with Bank of America. I had biggest issues with them. Wells Fargo eventually too. Chase was good, but last bull run, they blocked it. You know what I mean? So a lot of these banks are declining your crypto purchases, which then these banks, guess what they're going to do? You're going to be able to go to your local branch and buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, but in exchange with the US currency or whatever currency you deal with in your country. And that should tell you a lot. You know what I mean? Like banks just want to be in control, and that's what they're going to do. They're not going to allow you and I'm talking about this globally, right? It doesn't matter what country you're in. A lot of things that go on are going to be affected globally, right? We might see it in some countries first, then we're going to see it with other countries, slowly to pick up. But we saw with a lot of these countries already, declining crypto, payments or buying crypto, and the U.S. has been cracking down on a lot of Americans buying crypto with a lot of their local banks. So a lot of the banks, if you're in the U.S., you can't really transact with a lot of these banks now. There's a lot of banks that block transactions with you buying, and Chase is being one of them. Bank of America was one I've been having issues with. And it's crazy, right? Because Bank of America was actually working with Ripple. I'm not sure if they're still working behind the scenes. Wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, freaking Bank of America was having issues with them too. So I don't even try to bank with these big institutions anymore. I'm slowly going to my credit unions. If you have credit unions or private banks, do that. Don't go into the big institutions. That's where most of them are going to wreck you. And their whole goal is to do that. It's in order for them to sell you Bitcoin. They're going to go ahead and sell you Ethereum. You want Ethereum? They're like, all right, it's fine. Here you go. But we need our currency back, and they're going to go ahead and exchange it to you. And the funny thing about that is that I think the reason why they're doing that is because they want to make more money. They're seeing these exchanges make money, dude. Coinbase, crypto.com, if you've noticed, these freaking exchanges they charge a freaking a lot. They charge a lot. Like you can see the price action on crypto.com. You might see it you see Bitcoin right now on CoinMarketCap at 41,170. On crypto.com or Binance, you might see it a little bit higher or lower, meaning you might see it on crypto.com at Bitcoin being at 41,500. And when people are buying, guess what? They're getting wrecked for $300. So these exchanges are making bank, dude. They're freaking making bank, and banks know that too. That's the reason why. So this month's gonna go crazy. I agree with you. Dad Masters Jay just said, I just went 50x long on rats. Now watch it crash. You're freaking crazy, bro. Ryan says use revolt card. I heard that's a really good card, man. Glenn says Dab Master Rats is up like 80% today. Don't you think it was a tiny bit of a risk? YOLO, bro. Sai says, I think if we move to Dubai, we will be there hot spot to buy crypto. I agree with you, dude. I think that's where we all have to go ahead and move. This is the reason why this goal for this bull run is for, a lot of us. If you're in a career to make as much money, and if you really want to go ahead and be in the space, go into countries that are actually crypto friendly, right? Why stay in countries that don't want to go ahead and be crypto friendly? Like, crypto's here to stay, whether people want to agree with it or not. And I think the US tried to prevent people from crypto, and they realized that crypto's here to stay. So that's why the US has been delaying like all these lawsuits and everything with XRP, because they wanted to go ahead and get a hedge, because they realized they couldn't stop it. The US thought they were going to be able to stop decentralized exchanges, bro. They can't. They can't stop anything, dude. If it's a decentralized protocol and it's open and no one owns it, how are they going to stop it? You know what I mean? If it's being ran by a community, by the people, how are they going to be able to control it? They can't. And the US realized that. They thought they were able to control, these currencies, and this is the reason why a lot of the publicly, or privately held companies that actually have people running these companies, let's say for example CoinMarketCap, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, so these are actually companies that are actually in development, right? So that's where the US could go after them and be like, hey, you're gonna have to step in with regulation, with AML laws and all this stuff. And I think MetaMask has actually stepped in for AML laws, which is anti-money laundering laws and stuff like that. Which kind of makes no sense because it's supposed to be a decentralized platform, right? Your wallet. So maybe MetaMask has access to our keys. It's crazy, man. It's like we're taking 20 steps forward and then 20 steps backwards. Dad Master says high risk, high reward. 100%, dude. Just close it up at 90%. Let's freaking go. Hey, congrats, my guy. Congrats on that. Let's see what Rats is doing, dude. Oh, it's 1,000 rats, right? Oh yeah, this is gonna break out. This thing's gonna pump probably back to 10.10 cents. If it breaks 0.10 cents, this thing's gonna go ahead and go to like 15 or 20 cents. It's gonna double. Yeah, we see this slight reversal right there. Glenn says, yeah, that's wild, bro. I just put a small counter trade on you and got messed up just now. Bro, I bet a lot of you freaking did that, man. I bet a lot of you, when I was going long, you would purposely freaking dump the market on me. You can't make this thing up, man. Anyways, let's go ahead and see how it goes tomorrow. Right now it says we are actually closer to approaching altcoin season. So on the season overall, we're at 57. I mentioned we need to approach 75 for altcoin season to begin. So we're actually getting closer, chat. Also with this month, we are actually slightly coming closer to altcoin season. So start loading up on a lot of altcoins. Not financial advice, but we are at 55. We were around this space of last couple of days ago. So we have increase, and altcoin season begins at 75% dominance. On the yearly, we're only at 18, so we're nowhere near altcoin season on the yearly. But the yearly one, I believe that's when like everything goes freaking berserk. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Dab Master says, I just entered up 20% in 2 seconds. It's freaking wild, bro. Hey, chat, if you guys, any of you want to go ahead and trade with freaking Dab Master and Glenn right now on MEXC with rats, leverage trading, go ahead and support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. $20,000 in sign-up bonuses, no KYC. And if you also want to go ahead and message me on Twitter and support me and reach out, you can go ahead and reach out to me at ALTCOIN right here on Twitter, and feel free to DM me or just reach out to me on anything you want to go ahead and talk about, right? So go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, let's go ahead and read some few more questions or comments. Smart move, Glenn. Counter trade me. It's probably smart. Oh, it's dumping, chat. It's freaking dumping. Dude, it's freaking crazy. 76% for the day. Yeah, if this thing breaks on the 15-minute chart, we could break above 10 cents. This thing's going to go ahead and retest 10,650 and then probably approach 12 and make new all-time highs. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Now I'm down 20%. Dude, that was probably freaking Glenn, man. Anyways, chat, I really do appreciate every one of you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll go ahead and catch all of you on to the next